Hi guys. Wait, ready for week 2? This week's going to have a little bit more writing, but that's okay. So I think that when you log in, this is what you see. I want to point a couple things out super fast. This is a list of things that you might want to do. These are all announcements or videos that I've posted. If you've done things on this list, you can click on the X, or well, your list is probably different than my list. Okay. And then when you go to modules over here, this is where all the assignments are. And we're focused down here, which is where we're starting. This discussion, this Newsella Emily Dickinson discussion. So when I open that up, it says here you'll find a link to a poem in Newsella. It's by Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson was a poet that lived during the 1800s, and none of her poetry was discovered or published until after she died. She wouldn't have liked it probably, and they're not really titled. So, um, after you read the poem, you're going to participate in a written discussion. A written discussion, think of it like a conversation with your table about the poem. You know, what do you think this poem's about? Why did she choose the things with feathers to represent it? What are your thoughts on this poem? Okay, I put 2 or 3 questions out there that I want you to answer. You're probably going to have to write more than 2 or 3 sentences to adequately answer it. So let's read the poem real quick, or at least look at it. So in order to get to the poem, I have to click on the Newsella link. Mine opens up straight to the Newsella link because I'm already logged into Newsella. Yours might ask you to log in. If it does, use Google. Click on the Google button to do that, and click on your district account, and it'll take you right there. Hopefully, if it doesn't, you'll have to email me. Okay, so there's a picture here of Hope is a Thing with Feathers, which is poem number 254. Okay. It gives you a little bit of background about Emily Dickinson, just a few sentences. And then here's the poem right here. It's these 3 stanzas. Okay? That's the whole thing. If you go down here, you can find a little bit more about her. Like this one's about Emily Dickinson, and this one's about poetry. But if you're interested in reading more about Emily Dickinson, you can do that on your time. So, anyhow, once you've read it, you click back to the other window. Now, here are your questions again. What do you think the poem is about? Why did she choose things with feathers to represent it? This poem is what's called an extended metaphor because she says hope is a feathered thing. Okay? And it says, what are your thoughts on this poem? Now, in order to answer this, you have to click on the reply button, and it opens up a text box here for you to type in. Okay? So you can type your answer in the text box there, and then you can click post reply. After you've posted your reply, you'll be able to see everybody else who's posted a reply, and this is where the conversation part comes in. Once you've posted your reply, you need to start reading some of other people's ideas, and then you need to reply to at least one other person. You can reply to as many people as you want, but at least one other person to tell them that you agree with them, to tell them that you disagree with them in a polite way, or to add something to what they wrote. Okay? So it kind of is like, think of it like a conversation on paper or text messages, only don't use text type. That would be bad. So, anyway, that's what I want to talk to you about today. I will go back to modules just so that you can see what lays ahead of you this week. You have 3 poems ahead of you. All right. And I'll make a video about each one. But if you want to click on them and work ahead, feel free. Just know that information about them is yet to come. But if you don't want to wait for it, you don't have to. I'm looking forward to seeing First Hour Monday in Zoom and the rest of my classes later as the week progresses. So I will see